Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kyle, about to do a reading. I just felt like I should do one, and I have had a nice, cool day hanging out with some of my friends, and I'm ready to pull some cards. So let's see what they say. If you are a believer in tarot or God or faith or anything like that, let's get started with it. I'm going to basically just be pulling cards that might represent a story for you, and they will be about your sun sign, moon sign, Venus, if you're female. Moon will be for your emotions. Sun is how you portray. We're also going to do Venus for feminine, Mars for masculine, and Jupiter for masculine as well. Just kind of energies to look out for. I'll also do ascendants. The ascendant actually, for me, actually pops out often. So, yeah, basically that's where we're starting at. So, let's get going. So I have cards out in reverse. So 5 of Swords in reverse. That is a man who is basically in mourning. There's a reason for sadness, a reason for heartache possibly in your past. Next up we have the Judgment card, and that is actually all about an awakening moment that you might find yourself in. So something that you could have realized about someone, maybe because of this 5 of Swords moment or person. Judgment makes it very clear. The Archangel Michael, I believe, or Gabriel, I think, is waking everybody up. So you are becoming clear on your thoughts. And what are you becoming clear about? I believe it would be the 4 of Wands, which is actually at number 6. 6 stands for victory. So I believe that is possibly what you might be realizing, where your victory could be at, or where it's coming to come from. Maybe it's not where you thought. Maybe it's a little different than you were thinking. And yeah, let's find out what's next. We'll do like present moment of what could be blocking that from happening for you. Actually, let's do what's causing this awakening moment. More in detail, basically, about the 5 of Swords in reverse. Kind of want to see. So, for Wands, this could also be like your home or your person. That's the 1111 card. For me, it's like a divine soulmate card. It is a happy victory card, obviously for 6. But I kind of see it as getting your happy moment in time, or happy ending, if you will. So I'm just going to do like 2 more shuffles, because these aren't really popping out for me today. So I did some meditates and cleared my energies and cards as well, and I just feel like it's not doing anything. So let's do 1. Okay. Those fell. So Justice in reverse. This is what's blocking your happy moment from happening. So Justice in reverse would be Libra energy. Being incorrect, possibly. The Justice card is the number 11, again, so that's 11, 11, 11. It's about balance and a sense of, proportion in oneself in life. It's a sense of card means, I'd say, being held accountable for our actions. Justice is either, good karma or bad karma coming your way. And it's reverse, so it predicts lawlessness. There's something not giving enough attention to, or something that has been done that was incorrect. Maybe a path that should not have been done, or it's still going on and it should not be. I guess it's kind of a state of injustice, basically. A lack of balance, bad decisions, wrong decisions, failures, and basically unfavorable decisions. Could be legal, could be court-based. I'm feeling relationship-based. I mean, it is me. But take it for your situation. Very well could be with the law. Or a job. Maybe you got fired unjustly, and that's not fair either. So, and if it was a relationship, maybe there was third parties involved, or someone was unable to commit the way they should have, because justice upright would have been getting the other person, or you getting, what you deserved, and it should have been a positive outcome. Justice is great in the upright. In the reverse, I'm not a fan, because it means either you or someone around you or something around you had not turned out the way it should have, and isn't being righted either. It's not being corrected, and that's unfortunate because, well, I believe in balance. I believe in, I don't know, I believe in an awakening to a Four of Wands energy, you know? I do. And, you know, actually this card's kind of crazy. I don't know if you're into the numerology at all, but the Judgment is a energy of 20, basically. So, you have that. So if 20 stands out for you. I don't know why I was called to say that, but you wanted me to. Anyways, I'm just going to shuffle twice because this is getting ridiculous on the cards here. So 1 and 2 more. So let's do a pull. This is going to be for your, I don't know, that would be the blocks. So, you know, block would be not doing it justice correctly. So be what needs to be done. 9 of Pentacles, I guess some of you could need to be more into yourself, care less about, you know, it is about financial security, you know, being at one with oneself, your accomplishments, your sense of completion, that you have maybe gotten to a space where you would like to be. It's usually a single energy card, but it is right before the 10 of Pentacles, so you're going to have, I mean, you know, future outcome, should you right your wrongs of justice, would be great. Let's see what happens if you do not have justice go upright. And most of you will know what that means by the justice going upright. I do for me, and I would hope some of you do know in your past, because, you know, I have a lot of situations where I have had justice in reverse, where I carried it out that way, where I could have been better in my decisions, or for another. And this feeling is more for you, someone else to you, possibly. So this is the Crowley Thoth deck too. Okay, so I just used the Aquarian Tarot and the Rider-Waite deck. Those are my 2 first decks. Well, I started with the Fairy Tarots, and I kind of worked my way up and did oracles as well, fairy oracles, and now I'm into moved away from fairies to the tarot now because I don't have the deck. It's X's. Now I'm onto these 3. So I have 3 decks, and I had the David Bowie deck at one point, Starman deck. It was awesome. I'm gonna miss it, but if you guys have the opportunity to get that one, I would. But this is the Crowley Thoth deck, so it's actually pretty amazing, and I really like it. They're little mini cards. These little mini cards are fun. So anyways, I'm just gonna shuffle 12 more times because this is a lot of shuffles. Anyways, this would be what happens if you don't bring justice? You know, I'm seeing that pull one more card for it to clarify. The Hierophant. So, and I had 4 of Wands again, so 4 of Wands, I guess. It says completion. That's a circle that's coming around in your cycle and finishing it. Also doing the Hierophant, which is number 5. So that was energy. And believe Leo, Sag, maybe an Aries, but I mean mostly I see air, fire, and you know, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus as well. So there's all the signs, but check for the moon or the Venus if it's feminine. That would be good to check for those. And then ascendant's always good to check for whatever gender, really, because it's your ego, so it's your who people see you as. So I'm Aquarius hardcore, but everybody sees me, or supposedly sees me as kind of a Leo energy, because that's my ascendant. But anyways, that would just help there. But if it's masculine, make sure you check for Mars or Jupiter. I could do moon there too, ascendant, but check it out. And what I want to do is see why justice needs to be brought to the situation, and how and what would lead to the Hierophant and the Four Disc. I mean, that is literally another Four of Wands in a different deck. So that's literally just completing. That's like the happiness, the cycle completing of being fulfilled and complete. So something ending, maybe starting again. Being more committed to something is the Hierophant. So it's all about balance. I've actually looked at the Thetis Crowley deck here. It actually has I don't know if you can see it, dang phone, it has a big star there on the middle there. That could be for Aquarius, possibly. I do see Taurus, because all the bulls here, obviously. We also have more air up here. Is that eagle or some kind of hawk head of some sort, like a mask? But I see that as a very balanced card, and that's like kind of marriage card, commitment card, and like maybe seeing things from a better angle, I guess. So let's see who this should be. I don't know. It looks like there might have been two people at one point. So like a past lover and a current one, and the current lover is you're not. I don't know. You're very alone. With Nine of Pentacles, you're very solo. So you have your victory almost every gift that you want, but or you're able to get it, and it's just like it doesn't seem like you are there where you want to be, which would be here with someone committed, or you committing to something else or someone else. It's just how I feel. And let's find out what else would go for. Sorry if I'm getting a little boring. I'm still trying new, so I'm like a little shy on the camera in a sense, but I will be getting better. So if you guys like to subscribe, give a thumbs up, dude. Comment. I do like seeing people comment. It really helps me get a little motivation that I should keep doing this. And I can do readings in person, and people love it, but I just kind of want to be able to have confidence to do it online. So I don't know. That's all I'm really saying. So that's what that is. So this decision is about temperance. That's pretty good. It's being mature and adapting to whatever life offers you. Being individualized in your existence. It's kind of another balanced card. It's a patient energy. It is a waiting energy. It is a taking your time to make something tempered and complete and ready to go. And I would say that would be make sure that you take the time to make your right decisions, as well as tempering your soul, tempering your emotions, tempering your feelings. All feelings of jealousy, hate, anger, and any of that doesn't need to be there. Just kind of temper it out and make it stronger in yourself. So that's what I would say. And temperance is, I believe, a Sagittarian energy, which is great. So if you know Sagittarius in any of those signs. Anyways, what the outcome could be if you double think all your decisions and you make the decision for the right person, whether past, previous, past, previous, or current. If you do these steps correctly, as in bringing justice back to these people, not having it in reverse, or being able to stand up for yourself and who you are, not listening to what others have to say, because, temperance is all about being strong in yourself, individualized, so some people might have words to say about it, and there's no need for that. So there's a Six of Wands as your outcome if you do so. This is victory. He has the wreath. He's going to obviously probably award a queen maybe, or maybe a job upcoming that you could have. It's after battle. Five of Wands is all about struggles and strife, so Six of Wands is coming out on top of those struggles and strife. And that's kind of where that goes. Oh yeah, I want to say at the bottom of the deck there, I like to do this from time to time just if I feel it. Kind of had the urge to do so, but that's the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and that is, kind of obviously two people coming together, or it could just be you with yourself, becoming more spiritual and aware of things, becoming more who you want to be. I don't know, it's kind of just love, friendship, spiritual unions, harmony. The Ace of Cups is all about, wealth of the spirit, wealth of the feelings, joy and love. So bringing two cups in that are both the same Ace of Cups, two of those cups are just, who wouldn't want that, I'd say, right? Sorry, I believe my phone's going off, like, a little nuts here, so I'm just going to do, 16 minutes, so we're just going to do a little bit more, and, kind of keep going. So who's this person that you should be, kind of offering your stuff to? It's going to be your Queen of Pentacles, and that is going to be, Earth energy, obviously, but it's going to be someone who's nurturing, someone who cares a lot. They probably do have their job taken care of. They probably do have, I don't know, their generosity and their perceptions in order. They're a very spiritual person who's devoted. It could be a devoted wife or husband. Sits in glory. They're happy at what they create, and or have created. So, doesn't mean they're wealthy. Really, it just means that they're happy with their family. They're very material bound, and that's great. I have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So that's perfect. So this decision is obviously probably going to be between an air sign or a sign. I'm seeing Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Queen of Swords I usually see as a Libra energy, but that's also just because she's more about the justice. She very well could be Aquarian, I believe, or Gemini, because Queen of Swords really kind of she's great and all. She likes to kind of cut away what doesn't serve her. She's not afraid to do so. She's kind of saddened from past relationships. She's been hurt. Representing, a widow or a bachelor. Not a bachelor, but a divorced spouse, masculine or feminine. Just kind of absent of emotions. Not really having none, but kind of just been hurt. She doesn't mind. She's intellectual. She obviously minds, anybody would, but she's intellectual and likes to think through her processes. Not as much of a family person as a Queen of Pentacles. So there's kind of a single energy for that Queen of Swords, obviously. One thing's for sure, she's not play around. She does not care about what has to be done to do these things. And then your Seven of Cups is your other card that came out for that. And the Seven of Cups is all about choices, options, what to do, where to go, what job to take, what person to see and give to. Obviously some of these cups are great. Some of them have snakes popping out of them, wanting to bite you, eat you, take you. Advantage of things here, so, that's never good. So let's make the right choice. Let's make sure we temper ourselves enough to make the right choice and make the justice become upright. right. I do know one thing, that if justice isn't brought, if justice isn't given to the situation, then karma does come into play, and temperance will react badly for those people. You won't have a Hierophant situation. You won't have a Nine of Pentacles. You won't have a Six of Wands victory. I mean, these are all great cards. If we can fix that justice that needs to be done or had. Not necessarily saying you have to do anything. Just I don't know. My favorite saying is, you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. By actions you take, by forgiving people, by being a nicer person, by caring about others a little more than they might expect. I don't know. Giving that one smile, telling them the shoes look good, telling them the hair looks great. I don't know. You might be surprised what happens from it. Anyways, I'm just going to do like 2 more shuffles, and I'm going to end this reading, guys. I'm not too good at this keeping people on their toes kind of a thing. I don't think. It's very... I kind of have that Ben Stein kind of monotone voice. But, I don't know. My friends are also going to be back. I'm actually at a hotel here in Colorado. It's like a day's in, I think, and we're kind of chilling. They're getting the room. I'll have to get the room probably, so that's kind of why I have to end this here soon. And I'm gonna, so just keep that in mind, that I will be doing probably pretty decently short readings. I don't want to do hour-long, 2-hour-long readings. Number one, I could not talk that long, and I could not make you guys suffer that, because there are some readers that can do that just fine. Just Keep Swimming, 1111, is one of my favorite readers, and she is marvelous. She'll go for 5 hours sometimes, and it's well done. So I had a call, and we don't like those. We don't need those. Not when I'm doing reading. So I'm actually gonna. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just shuffle twice. Well, I mean, this came out with Swiftness. Swiftness in reverse. That is. Kind of like I believe the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands kind of stands for the, I don't know, fast forward movement of something, right? Momentum towards a desired goal or end, maybe expecting something. Quickly, though. Could be arrows of love, could be a job, very possibly a job. I was thinking probably arrows of love. And I keep pulling a little too many, so let's give me a few more cards. I want to do like messages for their spirit, for your, what you might need to hear or do. I'm so sorry. There we go. Life has been dark the whole time. I don't know if I can be able to fix that later, but I'm keeping it. All my lighting's kind of terrible. My microphone's probably awful, but if you can hear me and see me and get the messages you need to hear, that's all I care about. So I'm all about the messages. You know what? I'm just going to do 2 more shuffles too. So let's do it. I have Blessed, and that is that's another 11. We have a lot of 11s here, guys. Like, even if I add up a lot of the cards, there is a phenomenal amount of 11s. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, the lust card is kind of what your spirit is guiding you for. That doesn't mean lustfully giving out, but that means, taking care of your needs. I was seeing from the reading, I believe it does not mean to go and leave a partner, obviously, for your lustful desires, but let yourself indulge sometimes. Be careful, though, because especially right now we have the Aquarius Saturn retrogrades going on. So, I'd be cautious of that. Saturn retrograde is pretty interesting. Kind of take a break on your karma, though. So indulge a little bit. But you want to be careful. It is right now. Caution there. It's fast moving energy. you don't always want to be going go, 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 go. Sometimes it's not always good to put a turbo in your car. Sometimes it's not always good to paddle as fast as you can. Sometimes it's better to take your time and enjoy the moments and fill them with lust. So I'm just going to do bottom of the deck for all of 3 of these decks that I've been using. Here's the Crowley Thoth deck, and that is going to be the Lover's card. Lover's card. It's just tiny cards, but that is all about Gemini energy. Actually, speaking of which, number 6 again. So just so many 6s, 11s, and 4s. So I just think that's interesting. But the Lover's card is all about bottom of the deck's gonna be like overall energies here, and that's gonna be needing to accept or give to your lover. I mean, it could be a karmic tie, but usually it's something good. I believe. Usually, Lover's card is 2 souls bound to be together, just like your 2 of Cups that I had earlier. I don't know what happened to it now. But, anyways, it gone. But 2 Cups is very, very, very good. And oh yeah, that's just randomly pulling from the bottom of the deck. So I'm at 26 minutes. I'm gonna hurry up. So I'm just gonna check the bottom of the deck after I shuffle a few times, and we'll see what the next 2 decks have to say. And so the Emperor, that's actually on the bottom when I started that shuffle session there. That's another 4. That's another 4 here, so a lot of 4s going on. And I'm just saying, he's the 4th card, but he's the Emperor. He's an Aries energy. I mean, it's a very astute, royal, sitting king, emperor. He's all of the king's energies. He's the only problem with him is he sometimes might be a little bit too rash and brash, or come off a little abrasive, a little too controlling. He's kind of an authority figure though, so master of emotions, acts with intelligence, rationalizes ideas, usually his job set in order, but at least he knows what he wants, I guess. Let's put it that way. He knows what he wants to rule. So that's always interesting. Got the Rams there. So I just think that I don't know. He knows what he wants. He's actually got it. If you can see, he's got this little orb in his hand here. Piece of pentacle, I suppose. But he knows what he wants. Being another 4, that's going with our 4 of Wands, which is 11 cards. I just can't believe how many synchronicities you're having during it. If you actually hear numbers as your messages sometimes, then you've got quite a few of them here. And that's pretty great. But overall, I'm saying, I don't know, make the right decision. Make the right thing. Don't go swiftness and reverse. Don't go rushing in, take your time. Make the right decision. Don't make it based in lust. Make it based in you don't want a lustful situation. Make it based in a stable foundation for who you can be happy with, and why make sure the cup you choose doesn't have a snake in it, and you'll have your 2 of Cups and your Lovers, and if you do end up having that, power to you, and I am so happy for that. Sometimes it takes a while. It does seem like a twin reading anyways. If you believe in twin flames or dual souls, part of the same soul, 2 people working together is the same, part of you as part of them, being a mirror, divine mirror, just the whole lessons that have to be gained from doing so in that kind of a situation. It's very much so speaking to me, so this is definitely probably about someone you had let go. Maybe to give another chance to. I don't know. I do watch tarot, and that's what I've been hearing in those readings from myself, but that's what I'm getting here for you guys too, so it's interesting. So hopefully people that are drawn to this need it, and they hear it, and they get the messages, and they hear what they need to hear. some people will get it through song lyrics. I do. Some people get it through their friends saying something. I do. Some people get it through hurtful situations, someone dying or something. I do. I have. And those are big ones. But I do know that, I don't know, come from a card or from a random person online reading to you. So if you heard what you were supposed to hear, that's awesome. That's great. It works like it does for me. And for anybody who really has the ears to hear, just give it a go. Just really listen, and you'll hear what you're supposed to hear. It's not really my voice and my words that are mattering. It's what you're getting. It's the pictures. It's the what sticks out in your head when I do. You know. Last card. I'm gonna do one more card actually, but this is the last message for spirit, and that's 4 of Cups. All you can see is the 3 cups. What about the one from the tree? What about the one from the universe? What about the one God wants to give you? What about the one that you want to give you? I mean, what about the one that you're just shoving away? You don't even see the cup there. Could be something from the past, I'd say. I mean, I don't know. The cup looks like it's behind his head. So, you know, very well could be something behind you that you never saw the way, who they were. You never really gave them the chance to be the person they are, needing to be to you. Maybe you didn't open up, possibly. I haven't seen 2 swords, but I've seen 8 of swords on my shuffles here a couple times. Actually, I've seen 8 of swords a couple of times here, actually. And that is stuck, mentally blocked. Maybe blocked yourself, maybe, you know, it's usually self-block. So, I mean, because you can come out of that state anytime. And 2 of swords, just from one little shuffle here. 2 of swords, one little shuffle, ended up getting the 2 cards that would be a blocked off energy for that 4 of Cups. I'm having fun, so I'm just going here, and it's just interesting, so keep on going. I'm just going to do like one more card, I promise, last card, but this is too interesting and fun for me, because those 2 cards popping out is just what I was feeling, as in the 4 of Cups is more like someone just blocked off to the person that was really trying to show them something, really trying to give something to them, and it might have made the other person react incorrectly, react badly, react without, I'm very Queen of Swords like, you know, without being correct, maybe too swift, too lustful. So, yeah, I don't know. That's what I have to say. But that's great. So, I don't know. Let's do sorry about that. I did get the Page of Pentacles here. Sorry, I have to move this stuff around over here. I'm in the hallway, so I'm just kind of making sure everything's good here and trying to get all my stuff in order. I don't know. The Page of Pentacles is like new ideas, new thoughts, learning something new, being open to learning something new, being a scholar, being a page, being a learner, being someone who wants to, I want to learn to get this Pentacles for you. It's not a big Pentacle, but I have it. It's usually very young energy, very mature energy. I mean, I'm telling you, it really is. And I mean, we had the Fool card with it, and that's more like a brand new start. Now it's in reverse. I don't know if that means anything that's interesting to me, but 3 Cups was under that. So maybe, yeah, I'm thinking third-party stuff, man. I'm thinking it was like, maybe you had a lusty, hasty decision in something, or they did, and there's justice needing to be found from it, so you can get your 4 of Wands, my favorite card, 11, and that's awesome. Sometimes kind of controlling energies, but I mean, every relationship's going to have struggles, strifes. Nothing's going to be a perfect time. To get to 6 Wands, you got to fight. You have to have 5 Wands to get 6 Wands, so you might as well, I don't know, accept the fact that it might not be a perfect howdy-doody life, you know, for yourself. Maybe, like, I don't know, things won't just fall in your lap. Sometimes you got to go out there, jump off that ledge sometimes, but be careful, because, I mean, we did get it in reverse, and that's interesting for me. I don't know. I'm just going to take a top and a bottom card and see what they say. really want to do this. So, this is it. I promise you, I won't hold you any longer. But I think these last few messages are interesting. Like when after I'm supposed to not do it, it's pretty great. I'm actually going to do it that way. 3 is the Empress. That is your Venus energy. That's your Taurus, Libra, I believe. That is your feminine energy, which we had the Emperor earlier. So the Emperor and the Empress are definitely here on board. And I mean, we got 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. So that's, I don't know. Make sure you find the right Emperor or Empress that you're needing to give to. I'll go ahead and read what is this about the Empress. So, this is basically about fertility. I mean, it also could be pregnancies and stuff like that. But 3 is all about home, family. It's about stability, structure, foundation. 4 is too, but 3 is really about foundation and structure for self. So, Empresses could be for good luck. She's very intuitive. She's very psychic sign. She's very. This is all the queens, just like Emperor's all the kings. Here's that dang 2 of Swords again. I can't get enough. Okay, I gotta stop doing this reading, guys. So, can I just say goodnight? And let's do it that way. Let's just say goodnight. With our reading here. I kept you for 36 minutes. So if you're still here, congratulations. I am more than ecstatic. And I would love it if you could leave a like and stuff for me. And a subscribe button would be marvelous. So that would just keep me really happy. There's the Emperor again. Just, you can't make this up. I mean, Empress or Emperor, open up your swords, lay them down, put your shields and weapons down, so you can connect with these 2 here. You don't need those in the middle. And from those will become your happy moments. Your justice will be there. Make sure you choose correctly with everything in life. It's definitely a past person. 6 of Cups. Okay, I have to end. So, hopefully this wasn't too bright, and that this was fun, and I'm still wearing my Zelda outfits. I can't get away from my triangles. I love them. My symbologies, symbolism and stuff is really great. I like, sporting the gear. So, they are clean. I'm not a dirty person. I'm clean. So, anyways, I just like to sport them. So, hey guys. Again, make sure that you check the moon, sun, rising, your Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. I always really do look for Saturn sometimes too. I mean, sometimes I'll have the reading be about the Saturn sign, especially if it's karmically based. And this one very well could be. So, I'll give that an interesting thing. So, I mean, I see a lot of Aries here. One of the people I know is Aries Saturn. So, I also see a lot of air energy and earth energy and fire. They're all in here, but my mains are going to be Leo. I see a Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and a few. Definitely land some Sagittarius as my mains. A little Libra. So, hey guys. Bye. See you next time.